green light, go, go, go. Green light, go, go, go.
Welcome everybody, sorry for the technical issue and the technical glitch there. We had a couple of technical issues to get around, we're both with the stream and with the game, but we're on board now. We're at Spa this week in a bit of a fun run around. It's I think it's 15-minute qualifying, 40-minute race, and it's going to be in the Porsche Cup. So as it's the Porsche, with lack of traction control, I think it's going to be fun, shall we say. I did say on the stream I've got a special guest with me, so I'm going to introduce Jeremy, if Jeremy just wants to say hello.
Hello everybody.
How are you? You okay, sir? I'm fine, thank you very much. So the plan of action is we're going to go around, obviously through qualifying. We're going to switch between me and Jeremy. Jeremy is going to be, watching the stream mainly, but I will be asking for his views on what might be incidents. And I've got a series of questions I'm going to ask Jeremy, and just thought it was nice to involve him for obvious reasons. Jeremy got us all into this, enjoying our nights racing, and sorry for the UK, our nights racing. Obviously appreciate for others it's during the day. So yeah, hopefully he's going to enjoy it and you're going to enjoy it as well. So stick with us. We'll go through qualifying and then we'll enjoy a 40-minute race, and you can listen to my dulcet tones for the duration of it. So we're currently riding on board with Michelle. Michelle's another one of the admins for eSeniors, and what I'll do is I'll just do, if he carries on the next lap, I'll do a brief lap tour just so you can understand. Obviously people know Spa as a track, but the dynamics in the Porsche is slightly different, mainly because of its lack of traction control. So in the GT3s you're looking at a 219, a 220 lap. I think in the Porsche you're looking at a 224. So the Porsche has got a quick top end, but obviously it's not as quick in the corners because of the traction control. This first corner here, the idea is to take it as close to the wall and start getting the power down without being too aggressive. If you are too aggressive you will spin out. Now Eau Rouge in the GT3s you can do flat out in the GT3s. I'm not too sure whether it's possible in the Porsche. So Michelle is easing off there, but he is staying within track limits. As you get to the top of that, the back of the Porsche becomes a little bit lighter as you start coming over the top, and you've got to have your wits about you. But yeah, nice clean lap so far. Braking point just before the curb. Again, easy into this corner, not the power on. If you put the power on you'll spin out on either of the two bends. Ease into here, you can cut this quite a lot. Power on and drift out a little bit and off you go. This is a nice corner. Again, if you can get this right, brake just at the curb again. Hug the curb as much as possible. Your second gear is the right gear to be in. Keep tapping the accelerator, drift left slightly and then drift right. Again, take the curb. If you take too much curb or you hit the curb on the right and put the power down, you will be in the barrier on the left hand side, certainly in the Porsche anyway. Again on this one, braking a little bit early, hug the curb, down into fourth or third depending on how you drive, foot down, flat out, hug the curb as much as possible, drift a bit light to the right there, and then bridge the curb, brake hard, into third or second, depending on how you drive. Ride the curb, again perfect. And then on this one, be careful where you put the power down. Put the power down the wrong place, you're either going to spin to the right or hit the barrier on the left. And this one's just about not hitting the gravel. You're alright with track limits as long as you don't hit the gravel. And on the right hand rear, power down, don't go too far left, you will hit avoid track limits. And off you go, flat out, as much pace as you can. Now drift to the right, you'll see the black on the road, just stick to the black on the road. Get your tyres onto the green and then ease off into the corner. Again, you can't do this flat out in the Porsche, whereas in the GT3s you can, and he's just stayed in track limits there. So brake hard. The bus stop, you've got to be really careful. If you try and use the power too early, the back end will come round and you'll either spin one way or the other, just depending on where you are on track. So nice lap from that from Michel. That's put him in third place with a lap time of 2:28.524. So he's a couple of seconds off what I perceive is going to be pole position here, which is 2:24. Andreas, who I think is he currently on track, Andreas? Yes, he is. He was doing 2:24s before, so we'll see how he does on this lap. Sounds like he's short shifting there a little bit, actually. So Jeremy, a quick question for you then. Obviously,
Yes.
you were the founder of eSeniors, and you started it with Michel during, well, obviously COVID and the problems the world faced. When you come up with the idea, first of all, what made you think of the idea, and what was your concept behind it? You know, what did you have a grand vision, or did you just think a couple of guys driving around a track, having a bit of fun? Did you ever expect it to become what it is at the moment?
Yeah, the whole thing started when we started racing with Michel. We used to go on public servers and race. And I remember at the time, it was about a year ago, it was on Monza. And systematically every race, I'll be kicked out or will get kicked out of the server, pushed out by someone. And it went on like this for weeks. And then Michel told me, made me aware there was some kind of a league here in Montreal, Quebec League of ACC. So we joined. He asked me to join, and I joined, and that's when I discovered you could create a league, and you had drivers who would gather and start racing. And I was quickly displeased with the way that league was set and organized. So I told Michel there must be a way, and I'm sure there are guys our generation. And at the time it was 60 and over. When I got the idea was to race with people our generation, 60 years old and over. And so we created a Facebook group, and we went for it, and I advertised the eSeniors 60 years and over, and to my biggest surprise, there was an avalanche of answers. I mean, a lot of people started showing up, and what surprised me the most is that I had we started having people saying, "But I'm 50. It's old enough. Let us in." And we had so many requests from 50 years old that we decided to lower the bar there and to bring it to 50 years old and over. And that's how the seniors 50 years old and older started, basically.
Okay.
We were looking for people to race our generation. We could race together and enjoy racing with.
Okay. Apparently we're having difficulty hearing you, even though I can hear you and you're coming up on the stream. It doesn't appear to be that people can hear what's going on. So I just need to understand what's going on with my configuration here. Just bear with me a second.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Because that does look correct on mine. I'm definitely getting sound coming through because obviously I'm hearing it. I'm hearing you clearly. So Discord's picking you up. And as far as I'm aware, this is going out to the general population. People can hear.
Lottie.
Oh, no, sorry. Hold
Okay.
on. So Dave T, can you hear Jeremy? Can I just confirm? He's in the chat, so he'll reply in a second.
Oh, good. Okay, yeah, okay. Don does hear me. Hello, Don.
Oh yeah. Don can hear you. Yeah, they can hear you. Oh, I don't know what it was.
Yeah.
I actually haven't changed anything. It's just the glitches.
Yeah,
So
Don and I are starting to know each other pretty well on the track. We race very close all the time.
that's right. I've noticed there's quite a few battles going on
Yeah.
on track. So hi Don, hi Dave, and hi Sunny Day. Welcome to the
Hi,
stream.
everyone.
Yeah, I've got Jeremy with me. I did ask him a question. I don't know how much of that you heard. It was about his ambition with the eSeniors. So just to recap, he did play with Michelle on public servers as part of getting punted off all the time. And a period of time, they realised there's probably a better way of doing this, and eSeniors was born. That's cutting it short, obviously. From that, then, Jeremy, are you surprised on how quick this has taken off?
Absolutely. I never expected this to grow as fast and as big as it is, and it's amazing. It's a beautiful surprise, and it shows there was a need for that kind of organization, and I'm very happy. I mean, might be the spark, but now I'm not there alone. You are part of this, and I believe everyone involved now part of the seniors and the future. We're all writing the future together. I think as of now.
That's brilliant. Yeah. So with over 300 registered drivers now, it might even be over 400. I'm not too sure how many we've got because it just seems to be going up day by day. What's the future ambition? Because obviously we race 3 days, 3 championships, the Porsche Cup, the GT4 and the GT3. And
Yes.
we split the GT3 up already into groups of 3, but you're still limited to 45 cars per race. So if all 400 drivers decided they were going to race, what's the grand plan behind that? Now obviously
Well,
that's not going to happen, but what's the grand plan behind that?
I believe ultimately as we grow and eSeniors is still a baby. It just was born in February of this year, so it's still growing. Ultimately, I believe will be to get noticed via YouTube and broadcasting and grow a larger audience and participants. Because yes, we are around 340 members right now, but not everyone is involved in racing.
Yeah.
Ultimately, I would like to try to bring sponsors in and cover as much races as possible and try to draw a larger audience to what's happening. But I believe with time that will happen.
Absolutely, and I think obviously the YouTube streams, we are getting more people watching them. The commentary
Exactly.
and the likes of getting some professional commentators involved as well who do this for a living. Obviously, they're the guys who are slick.
Right.
It's nice to do this and represent eSeniors. You know, I don't race the Porsche Cup. It's not one of my favourite cars. Like I think yourself said that. But
Yeah.
from my perspective, it's like giving something back because all the effort people have put in to get us to where we are, all the racing drivers coming on week in, week out. You know, without everybody, we've got nothing. It's like a referee at football. As you know, I'm a referee. If you don't have a referee, you don't get a game of football. Well, if you don't have the races, you don't have a race. So it's as simple as that.
Right.
I know there's a lot behind that. Just going to go back
Yeah.
to the action at the moment. So most
Sure.
people are in the pits at the moment, and it looks like the qualifying's down to 1 minute now, and most people look like they're settled. So the fastest lap was Mr. Bourne, which was a 2:23. That was followed by Patrizio. So I'll see if I can put the lap times on. Just let me see if I can put what the lap times were. No, the best lap, fastest lap, and I'll put that on the screen for everybody to see. So you can see quite clearly there, Chris Bourne with a 2:23.1. That is, I don't know what he's driving, but he must have different fuel in that compared to everybody else, because he's a full second and a half faster than Patricio. And as you know, Patricio's no slouch. You know, Patricio can push a car
That's
around the
right.
track. He has driven the Nissan, and I took the Nissan out. It was like 4 seconds slower than any other car. So you know, credit where credit's due, to be honest. PJ's had a very good lap there with a 226.2, followed by Merspanov in his 226.5. Terry, I did say, was on the server before, 226.7, and then another couple in the 226s, which is Harrison Nolan of TRG Racing, one of the guys I've raced with, and Mark Neudlings with a 226.9. So beyond that, then we've got Andreas, a couple of cars in the 227s, and then I think of the other people, just nature of the beast of the car, struggling with it really. I think the target's a 228 if you can achieve it really to be I'd say race, you know, racy around the track if you like. I think we just got a couple of cars out on track at the moment, and then we'll do the obligatory introduction of a set of course of competition only for the eSeniors, and then we'll set ourselves up for the track and get ready for the race.
We have a couple of major drivers missing today's race, but
We do
that
indeed.
should be interesting.
Yeah, it does mean the podium's open.
That's exactly it. I mean, because the idea in a race is, especially with the Porsche Cup, is you have to finish the race.
Yeah. So let's see. There's some nice coloured cars out there as well. Some of the skins that are going on at the moment. Obviously, Nikos has been taking the reins up on the skins, and I'm surprised Nikos isn't racing tonight. Actually, he's got into the Porsche a little bit. But yeah, we've got 18 on the grid, so it should be should be interesting.
Good grid.
It is. It's a good grid. Okay. I think we've still got one or two coming round. So what I'll do is I'll. Okay, I'm just waiting for the game to let me go onto the grid, which it's not doing just yet. So at this moment in time, for those watching the stream, I'm just waiting for the cars to go onto the grid.
How come I cannot choose the car I go in?
There's not. If you've got the list of cars up on the screen, clicking on the car should let you change the view to that. I will put it into the Helicam view, and I'll put it towards the front of the grid. But I'm still waiting for some reason.
Not a problem.
There we go. I can go into drive now. So quick grid walk, as per se. So the pink Porsche or purple Porsche at the front is Chris Bourne, one of our resident aliens. Quite a fast guy, I think it's fair to say. Patricia Ongaro second, PJ Vitala in third, Merch Parnoff in fourth, Terry Howard in fifth, Harrison Nolan in sixth, Mark Neudlings in seventh, Andreas Pettersson in eighth, Dimitri Stathis in ninth, and bringing up the rear in 10th place is Terry Trowbridge. Then from 11th we've got Andrew Ambro, we've got Michelle Benchea in 12th, Manuel Souza in 13th, Becca Lorum in 14th, Peter Miles in 15th, David Blythe in 16th, and Bruce Hopkins 17th, and Stefan Buckley in 18th. So a lot to race for here, as quite a few of the usually quick guys have not turned up tonight, or turned up for this race. So yes, there's still some fast guys on there, but they might go off. So who knows where it's going to be. But I'd definitely say there's a podium place here for someone out of the ordinary. So it's a lot to race for here, even though it's only a friendly race, so to speak. And I think we're ready to go. Get them wheels rolling.
That's it.
Yeah. We've got a couple of slow cars getting going there, but there we go. The game will bring them all back together again. So the first bit of this is the Will of Wits into Eau Rouge. Who's going to back out and
Yeah.
who's not? I will say the GT3 race on Monday was very good in Eau Rouge. People respected it. 22nd now. Can't finish the finishing line. We're all bunching up. It's quite a long start place, this, right down. I don't know how many cars this track can hold, but there's 2 pit lanes in there.
Green light.
Lights out and away we go. So,
Good.
as you can expect, Chris Bourne, Patricio, and someone's going up the inside there. Very close contact, very, very close, not registering. Patricio goes to the curb to avoid it. Doesn't appear to be any other incidents. No one's gone yellow. So far, so good.
Yeah.
Very clean start. A couple of pet passes have been made. And look at the lead Chris Bourne's already done. He's stretched his legs straight away. 1 second out ahead already. So coming up to the first corner. Any brake laters here will get found quite easily. We've got PJ giving Patricio a bit of a bump there. But Mercer's made a flying start there. As you can see, the red Porsche. He's really put his foot down. And you can just see quickly how much space he's putting between him and Patricio behind him. And then you got PJ, and I think that's Terry Howard, all battling out together there. So quite a lot going on in relation to the very early parts of this this race. Quickly ride on board with PJ here, just to see where he's going to go and whether he's going to gain on Patricio. I think when Angario's tyres warm up, I think he will start pushing a little bit more. You could see his car was quite loose early on, and I think that's why he went wide a little bit. I don't know, there was contact boy enough to register in the game, but everyone's still on track at the moment. You can just see Bourne's just walked away, 4.5 seconds. Carry on like this, he's going to lap it. He's going to lap everybody.
That's crazy lead for now. I mean, it's not even the end of a complete lap.
Yeah, absolutely. It'd be interesting to see though if anyone's fueled short. So we've had a bit of a spinner. Peter Miles looks like he's spun. He's just getting going again, but it was no incident. He's just one of the corners I said where the car could go away from you. It looks like he's overdone it there, and I reckon he's gone into the right-hander and the car's oversteered, and he's put his brakes on so he can get round the corner, hence why he's towards the back. Ooh, that was very close, PJ there, very close indeed. I'm just gonna jump forward a little bit with Patricio, because I think Patricio's getting to grips with the car now, and you can see he's caught right up to Merch. Although I am looking down the field and it looks like there's potential of a pass going to be taken on in a second. Andreas has, well, he had caught Harrison up, but I think they've come into a corner where Harrison's just managed to keep it together a little bit. Yeah, there's a bit of a gap here. I'm going to jump on board in the review camera of Harrison. You can see Andreas behind him. You can hear the cars are easing off. I think Andreas has got a good run here. I think he didn't have to break off as much as possible. Andreas is going to get the legs on him here. There we go. You can see the pass is coming. Is he going to outbrake him? No, he's eased off. He's realised it's that's going to be difficult to brake that late and get the pass done, I think. So we'll change camera angle to ride on board with Andreas, and then we'll get it from what he's seeing.
That was a smart move from him.
It was. You know, there'd have been a day as well that probably some of the drivers would have gone for that.
Yeah, I mean, that's a chance you really want to take there.
Absolutely. And this is a tricky section here. I think in the GT3 race on Monday, I think someone spun out and had to sit there while all the cars pass. You know, picking your moments to spin out on this track is a nightmare because everyone just comes flying past, and it's a fast part of the track as well. You see Harrison's gone a little bit wide there, but Andreas was battling with the car as well. I think there's been a move up front. Let me just move to the front. Terry's gaining on PJ, so I'll keep an eye on the action. Eric Don't's joined the stream. Hi Eric, and Andy Goddard. Hi Amy, well done for getting on board and watching it with us. The more the merrier. Jeremy's a little quiet, you're saying. Okay, I'll see if I can boost him side.
Right now I'm on board with Patricio, who's right behind.
Yep, I can see that.
Merch, and
okay.
It's very close there, I believe.
There's a few. Terry Howard's.
Yeah, Terry is always.
is very close as well.
Yeah.
It's all kicking off here, isn't it? Look at that. Right gaggle of cars. Oh, nearly contact there. Just jump back a little bit. So that we're with Mark Neuthlings at the moment, which is the red, white and blue car. And then behind him... behind him is Harrison. So Harrison's getting very close. And as you can see, Pettersson has got a good run as well. But again, the cars are so evenly matched. You are looking for a bit of a mistake. I'm going to see if I can boost your sound level, Jeremy, a little bit.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, that's a nice battle there we have between Nolan and Trowbridge.
It is indeed, yeah.
Yeah, and Status is starting to gain on that group as well. That's pretty intense. Okay, I see Peterson is going to try again, but he's a smart driver. I like that. Oh, and we lost someone at the front here.
That's PJ.
I see.
Right, so there's been an incident between two cars. I'm just trying to work out who they are. Stefan Buckley has had an incident with, it looks like David Blythe towards the back of the grid. You can see PJ's dropped right down the positions now. He's now currently running 13th when he was running quite up. People watching the stream, I've increased the gain on Jeremy. Can you hear him okay, or do I need to try and do something else? It's coming through clear for me, but obviously I've got to be aware of the stream as well.
Yeah, the battle is intensifying there between Peterson and Nolan.
Okay.
Terry is a driver who you always have to watch, especially if he's in your mirrors. I mean, he's a tough one to handle.
Yeah. This is where the action is at the moment. I mean, the space up front, Ongaro's pulled away, isn't catching Pownov anymore. So this is definitely where the interesting bits are.
Bourne is on another track. He's in a race of his own.
He is. I don't even think he's in a, I don't even think he's in a Porsche. I think he's in something else.
Yes.
Harrison's gone very wide there, and Andreas has took him.
That's it.
Yeah, a bit of a pass there. So Andreas is now catching up on Mark. But there's still action going on all over the place. Still interesting.
Yeah, it's pretty close racing there. That's good. And it's very clean racing so far.
It is. There's only been a couple of incidents towards the back, which is good to see. So it'd be interesting to see how many incidents we get out of this. Bearing in mind there's 18 cars, there's still quite a few cars on track really. It's not the usual 30, but yeah.
This is something I really enjoy is racing with the eSeniors. I think the more we race, the better it gets all the time. I mean, yes, there are some incidents from time to time, but most drivers are getting around the idea that it's better to run safe than try to take a useless risk. For example, coming at the end of a straight and trying to do the inside of a turn, knowing the guy in front is going to close.
That was very close.
Yeah, that was very close. That was very close.
Well, Andreas has lost time there, and Harrison's coming back at him, isn't he? Oh,
and that's it. I mean, you learn from your own mistakes, I guess. I mean, but in the last few races, I noticed a lot of drivers are getting smarter, and that makes it very interesting. See now, Peterson lost 2 positions right there.
Yeah, his car looked a little loose there because he was just going around the corner. It just seemed to dive to one side a little bit. He's not been involved in an incident. I don't think he's hit anything. So,
no, I think it was controlling his car, but those cups are very difficult.
We've got just going to go back to Neutlings because we've got someone off.
Oh yeah.
Art Neutlings, and he's gone off. See if I can find it. It's not going to switch to him. Come on, where's he gone? It's not switching me display, unfortunately, for some reason. I don't know if he's quit. I can't click on him. Mark Neutlings has gone off. He went off on that corner, and I went to do the replay. You can see his car there. I think he might have quit because I can't access him at all. It's let me view other drivers, but I can't access Mark, so I think he's give up on that one. Well, we'll jump on board with Patricio.
He left the server.
Yeah, he's left the server, so that's why I couldn't show the replay for that. Sorry about that.
That's important.
If someone leaves, I can't do anything
Oh,
about it.
something is happening between Ongaro and Ponov.
Exactly. So
They're very close.
we are. It looks like Patricio's going to take the inside corner
That's
here.
it. That's
But
it.
Paunov's going to get the good run on the speed. Oh, bit of
Ooh, that
contact.
touch.
Bit of contact. And there we go. So Paunov's used the track there just to give himself the grip, rather than trying to come over the rumbles. I said as Patricio gets used to his tyres, I think he'll become more of a more of a threat really.
Yeah, they're both flirting with the penalties there, but
they were. I think Patricio was more of a penalty taker there. I think he had his foot down. You could see. I think Merce wasn't as strong over them, if you like. Andreas is starting to come back through the field again. He's just took Dimitri. And there's no current. Terry's getting close to Harrison.
Yes.
Oh, and Mercer's gone sideways round there. I think he gets away with this. He's been very fortunate. He had the car sideways round that corner.
Which means he's pushing hard to try to stay ahead of Patrizio. He's going to have a hard time.
He is indeed, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it did show a contact as well. From obviously when they won it before.
I believe Patrizio is slightly faster.
Yeah, I think Terry Howard's sitting behind waiting. Look at Merce. He's drifting it round the corners.
He's just enjoying the show.
That's absolutely spectacular. Hi, Robert. Welcome to the stream. Yes, Jeremy's joined us for tonight. You can see Patricio.
Oh, Robert is there.
He is indeed, yes.
Hello, Robert.
As you can see, Patricio's car twitched then, like Pettersson's did before. He's lost a bit of time, and Terry's now putting Patricio under pressure. There's a massive gap between them and Harrison. Looking really interesting here. Terry's not going to go for the pass.
You have Nolan, Trowbridge, and Peterson very close now.
I'm just going to jump onto that. There
Peterson
you go.
Peterson is right on Terry's.
Yeah, they're all coming back again, aren't they?
There we go. Oh, the touch.
Terry's took Patricio. Let's go back to that.
Oh, unfortunate for Terry. Spun right there.
Right, let's just do a quick replay on that because I missed that.
Yeah, it doesn't take much with the Cup, unfortunately, but...
He's got good angles there. He's staying within track limits. Harrison's not. Harrison's gone wide. He gets good braking here. He brakes early, which is good, so he gets the car round.
Oh my God!
Harrison spun a little bit.
Nolan Peterson going into Eau Rouge side by side. Okay, both went off.
Right, so it was just a plain spin there, wasn't it? I think the contact with Harrison probably caused that a little bit though, because Harrison drifted wide and it caused Terry to bump into him a little bit. So let's just jump on board with who do we want to jump up? Michelle. Michelle's on a bit of a flyer here, actually.
Yeah, actually.
He's just took Dimitri.
He's 7th. He's doing good.
So he's catching up Harrison now. Buckley's coming through the field. Buckley's now in 11th.
Yeah. In the meantime, Bourne has almost 15 seconds ahead of this.
Absolutely. Yeah.
It's incredible.
I'll show the positions on the screen so people can see where we're up to on that. Oh, he's got sideways there.
Oh, yeah.
There's no cars coming. He's lucky there. Oh, don't step out.
It doesn't take much with that Cup, I tell you.
Has he ran? Oh, he hadn't. Right. Oh, he's got it round. He's got it round. That's good.
Yeah.
Okay, who else can we jump on board with? PJ Vitala is caught Becker up. I think he might.
Oh, okay. It's really intensifying there between Patricio and Birch.
This is the beauty of having someone like you, Jeremy, on board. You're acting like a spotter. That's really good for me to be able to switch between the two. So Jeremy's a spotter for the day. Okay, he's just brought me attention to the action, and I don't think it's going to be long before Patricio passes Merce. I think Merce's tyres with the drifting are just going to go off, especially in the Porsche. 25 minutes of the race to go as well, and he's been drifting it quite a lot. He's gone wide there as well.
He has a hard time. They're both having a hard time now. It's
Yeah, Patricio.
It's gonna be up to who can control his car to the end.
Absolutely. PJ's still trying to catch Becker. He's gone very deep there, hasn't he?
Oh, there you go. See, Patricio lost it on the braking, and Ponov now is gone.
Yeah.
So
Andreas.
next battle is Dimitri Nolan.
That's it. That's who I'm on board with. I'm on board with Dimitri, Patricio. Andreas has passed Patricio, but I think Patricio's going to go for it a little bit.
Yeah, yeah.
Harrison well within track limits there. That was good. Yeah, he's not really catching. I think the likes of Merce and Patricio, the tyres are just going to be squealing towards the end of this, and I think we're going to see them dropping back a little bit.
Yeah, something happened to Patricio because now he's passed by Peterson.
Yeah, he overshot the first corner, didn't he? He went wide.
I see.
He went very deep in the first corner.
That's what happened.
Yeah. PJ did manage to take Becker, and Dimitri's on Harrison's rear end at the moment.
See, it's the idea during a race. It's not to make any mistakes.
Absolutely.
If you manage to do that, you will always gain positions.
You will. I mean, it's about that consistency, isn't it?
That's right. You have to be patient as well, and you have to know the limits of your car. Once you handle that, you should end up. You could easily end up in the top 10.
Yeah. Harrison just got a little sideways then. You could just see turn right, and his left rear just wanted to squeal the other way. I think Dimitri's going to get a good run round here, isn't he?
Looks like it.
His driving looks a lot cleaner.
Yes, Dimitri is a tough one on track. I mean, when he gets in the right groove, very difficult to keep up with him.
He's part of Montreal Racing, isn't he? Yeah,
yes,
Sim Racing Montreal, so he obviously does this quite regularly.
Yeah, he's part of the Canadian Olympic team as well.
Right.
Just kidding.
Still at it, these two. Not much going on, right? So.
Yeah, he's attacking Nolan.
He is indeed.
He's going to try to do it. Now is the dangerous part.
Yeah, the backwards and forwards here. A lot of respect given on the space there.
See, that's very nice driving, both of them, because they are both aware of each other position, and that's what makes great driving.
It is.
And very entertaining.
And they're still at it.
Oh, that's so nice.
Oh,
yeah.
No!
Oh my God! Okay, that's unfortunate, but that was good. But they tried something. It didn't pan out, but.
That was that was spectacular. I don't know how Dimitri's carried on going here. He didn't hit the wall.
Yeah, they almost pulled it off, but wow. Okay.
I'd be surprised if Harrison's car's not damaged there. Is he? I'm just trying to find. I think Harrison's quit. Yeah, Harrison's left the server. Understandable.
Yeah.
After hitting that. And we've got so this is, I think, Buckley, and oh, that was close. That was very close. We can see Blythe just coming into shot there as well, in the Union Jack coloured car. So Jeremy, back to another question then.
Yeah.
Obviously, we've got numerous drivers of different talents, hence why we've got the grouping system. Have you been surprised at the quality and sheer speed of some of the drivers, though?
Oh, definitely. You know, when the group started, we were pretty close. We had a couple of faster guys. You will always have faster guys, but no, I didn't expect some of the guys to be as fast as they are. But it's great. It's great. I mean, it makes it. It puts the bar somewhere and challenges the rest of the group, because the idea is to try to better yourself as you go. But yeah, when you have drivers like Peter Rusliner or Kayola or Lars, Derek Bird, etc. I mean, they're tough guys to race, and
No,
and
just see Stathis go off there. He spun out in front of Ambro. Sorry, carry on. Just giving a bit of a commentary update. Yeah,
not a problem.
yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah. So yes, it was a surprise, but then again, every league has their own aliens, and so do we. So we have to learn to deal with that and try to get as fast as they are. Um, that's the reason why we had to start using groups, different groups, and try to create groups with drivers and matching their strength in order to generate interesting racing. Because the idea with the eSeniors is to try to generate as entertaining and fun racing as possible. And the only way to do that is to put drivers with the same strength in the same group. Group one is a very difficult group, as everyone knows, because 4 or 5 drivers can totally dominate that group, and it's good to see, and it's very spectacular. So yes, I mean I was surprised, but at the same time, it gives something to the seniors. Um, I believe it gives credibility, and hopefully it challenges everyone to become a bit better driver. Right. Yeah, I believe speed is also how well you can set up your car, and that's another approach to have to the game. Is like being a good driver is not enough. You have to be a good driver in a good car with a good setup, and that helps a lot. And I have to admit, I mean, right now I'm driving oh, that was unfortunate. Ponov and Peterson just collided.
Oh right, okay. Let's just do back to do a replay of that then. So Peterson, let's do the replay. Okay, let's see where it takes us. I'm being told I can't be heard. I did mute my mic a minute ago. Oh, I'm back. It's right. I did mute my mic a minute ago. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah. So
yeah.
Sapanov's tyres are definitely
Yeah.
looking a pale shade of grey because they're just not sticking to the track anymore, which is
Sorry.
unfortunate because Peterson had come back from towards the rear, and that had obviously brought him back into it. So he's dropped down a few places there. Terry Howard's now in second, and obviously Andreas is chasing down Ambro, and I think he's got quite a bit of a gap between him and Patricio. And as you can see here, Ambro's gone defensive, which again is intelligent driving, isn't it? So I think it's... And then sat behind him is Terry.
And Chris now has a 20 seconds lead.
Yeah, he's back. I think he's backed off a bit, Annie, because he's not going at the rate of knots he was going before. So I think he's decided to ease off a little bit, which, to be honest, if you're that far ahead, what's the point in going hell for leather?
That's right. I find it must be very difficult to lead a race like this because you're driving alone, and you must feel very lonely somehow.
Yeah, Stefan Buckley's gone off. It wasn't an incident; he's just gone off himself. And Becca Lorum's moving forward again. So I think Andreas is going to take Ambro here if he's not received too much damage.
I believe so.
Hi Craig, welcome to the stream.
Terry is doing real well in second position there.
He is. He was on the survey before, as I said, and he was looking pretty lively then. I went to go on track and have a race, but he did unfortunately spin off and then spin off again.
Yeah, I still think Patricio has a shot at third place if he keeps up a good pace.
Yeah.
And if he has the tires, because he still has 15 minutes to go.
He does indeed. And I think because... Yeah. Sorry, go carry on, Jeremy.
No, 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 it's okay. He could come back.
I think the problem is Merce's tyres are going to come back and bite him, because he was drifting before and he's just spun sideways on the start-finish straight. I mean, he is on a fast lap at the moment. He's on his fastest lap as we are, but I'm not too sure whether he's going to actually keep Patricio at bay if Patricio catches him. So I think that's going to be the issue there. And
Yeah,
I do think
you're probably right.
I do think Peterson's going to get Ambro up this straight.
Definitely.
He's set himself up, hasn't he?
Yes.
He's took the corner really well there. He's got a really good drive.
Yeah, there he is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Ambro's defensive again, so it's exactly the same as before.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, respectful driving. Ambro needs to make one mistake, doesn't he?
That's very smart. Yeah, that's very. You have to be smart when you race. And I always say it's all about consideration for the other driver. You're not alone on the track, and especially when you have someone close to you, you need to take that into account, especially when you go into a turn.
Yeah.
And if you follow someone very close, your braking has to change as well.
Well, yeah, because you can easily get caught in their wake when they, and you'll travel a little bit further.
Exactly.
Oh, Peterson there. Bit of a drift going on. I still think Terry Trowbridge is in for a shout here to catch these two.
Yes.
He's loitering with intent there, isn't he?
Yeah, Peterson.
Ambro's car's looking quite. He's driving really clean. And what I mean is, you're not seeing him drift or anything.
No, he seems to be pretty stable. He seems to have it under control. But I believe Peterson is a slightly faster. He's catching up.
He is. Yeah, he eased off then, didn't he? Backed off. What's going to happen at the bus stop? Is he going
to? And you have Terry. See, oh, there you go. See, that's the classic pressure paying off.
Yeah.
Yeah, Peterson took the best, and now Trowbridge is also going to bank on that incident.
Absolutely. So there's a couple of people feeling the benefit here, isn't there?
That's right. He was waiting behind quietly, and
Terry's looking for the undercut there, and he getting the power down early. But I think Ambro's corner into there was satisfactory enough. You can see Peterson's just running away now.
That's right.
He's got quite a gap between him and Patricio.
He was definitely a faster and.
Gonna get him here, isn't he?
Oh, I don't know how they're getting away with those. I mean, they must have some penalties pending there. If they cut one more time, they're playing with the disqualification or drive-throughs.
Yeah, it depends if they ease off though.
Yeah.
So let's jump on board with Terry, because I think this is going to get quite tasty. Which is your favourite track, Jeremy?
It's a good question. I like tracks where you have a good rhythm. I mean, I'm gonna say all the classic F1 tracks. I mean, this one, of course, Spa, Monza, Silverstone. I like shorter tracks. I like also
Imola,
Brands Hatch. Imola. I love Imola as well.
Ambro was sideways then.
Yes, I saw that.
Suzuka.
And here, Suzuka. Yes, I'm having a hard time at Suzuka, but that's a great track as well. Oh, there you go. Yeah. Yeah, Terry is not gonna let go.
No.
Terry is a hunter. Terry likes to chase, and you don't want him behind you. I tell you, if you have him behind you, you have to make sure you can maintain a good gap.
Yeah, he was behind me in the GT3 the other day. Luckily, my setup meant I kept him at bay, and I got him to about 6 seconds, and he did say at the end there was no way he could catch me. But I think I just had that advantage.
Yeah.
But I think he's going to get Ambro. Ambro. I've got a feeling Ambro's going to outbrake himself again. Probably in the bus stop.
Let's see. Yeah. I think Ambro learned from the previous lap.
He broke very early then, didn't he? You could tell the way
Yes,
he
it
took the
did.
corner.
He heard you.
I'll tell you what, Dimitri's catching these two up again, quietly.
Yes, he is.
4 seconds.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Yeah, Ambro could maintain his position. If he keeps it up this way, I don't think Terry will be able to catch him, but we'll see. And now the three in front are literally 10 seconds apart.
Yeah. They're having a cup of tea and stopping, aren't they?
Yeah, the show is... Oh, there you go. Terry is
Yeah.
attacking Andrew now, and I think he's passing him as well.
Yeah. Well, he's going defensive. Nah, he's made it stick, hasn't he, there?
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a clean pass.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah, I don't think Andrew could do anything about that. I mean, you have a faster car, you just have to accept that and keep on racing.
You can see the drive out of that corner he had then. The drive was much better.
Yes.
Let's just jump on board with Mr. Bourne. Very quiet race up front. In fact, he's overtaking back markers.
Yes, exactly.
He's already
I think
overtook
he
Peter
just
Miles.
passed. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. What's your favourite car?
Definitely the Aston Martin. I used to love the McLaren. I drove the McLaren during the championship, and I really enjoyed it. Then it was the Porsche. I could go faster with the Porsche, and now definitely the Aston Martin, and plus everyone should know Mark is supplying me with those beautiful Aston Martin setups, and that helps a lot. So yeah, I'm going to stick to the Aston Martin for the coming championship, no doubt about that.
I will say I've shared the setups with other drivers as well. And the first race I set them all, I shared them, was Mike Dealove, Harrison Nolan and Jeremy, and I think they all finished more or less next to each other. So it's obviously consistent for them all anyway.
Yeah, I believe setups make a huge difference, and it took me a while to understand that. And the same way I'm struggling setting up the car properly because I'm not too familiar with how to do this properly, except for a couple of functions.
I've just done a replay here because you can see Terry spun off.
Oh, yeah.
So he's already been taken by Ambro, and you can see Stathis has just took him there. So he just had too much rear end just come round on him. So, yeah, it wasn't an incident involving cars. I think he just got too eager into the corner and kept the power down a little bit.
Well, then again, that's what happens with the Cup. See, the Cup takes you by surprise when you expect it the least.
Yeah, it takes no prisoners, does it?
It's a really difficult car to control.
Kind of settled down a bit now. I'll just jump on board with Terry and I'll do a bit of a down the grid with each of the drivers. I did say the option of a different podium, didn't I?
Yes, you did.
And it's looking that way. I mean, Terry's been very clean. I'm not sure whether Mercer's a threat with 6 minutes to go, because Terry's been very, very clean, very precise.
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen him make a mistake yet.
I believe we have the final grid right now.
Yeah, nice easy lap into that. He's not doing too much. He's not being clever.
Well, that's it. 6 minutes to go.
Yeah, he's right off in there, so he doesn't breach track limits.
Yeah. The only thing that might happen is Terry coming back on Dimitri, but I don't think that will. He's 2.5 seconds behind, but
yeah,
doesn't look likely.
No, I don't think so either. Let's jump on board with
I think the tires are pretty short at this point.
Yeah, Mercy's struggling in the out. How wide he's took that. He's lost quite a bit of time to Terry there as well.
Yeah.
Let's see how much control he's got.
He's doing good.
He's got a lot of, as you can see, he's got a lot of dirt on his windows. He's obviously been off road somewhere. Hey, he's in right off up there, isn't he? We're staying within track limits. Again, that's half the battle, isn't it?
Exactly.
Now, Terry's closed up a little bit on Chris. I think Chris is just taking it easy.
Well, we should be at this point.
Craig's just asking a question in the stream. How wet will the GT3 race be tomorrow? I think it's fair to say, Craig, you're going to need an umbrella.
No, we are aiming at light rain. Michel will set up the server later on, so we'll see. But the idea is to have fun and maybe to be able to race with dry tires, because I believe you can do that with light rain. Some will have the option to use wet tires if they wish, but we'll see. It's not easy. It's not easy to set up configuration sometimes with the weather with ACC, but we'll try. We are aiming for light rain.
Right. Okay. Interesting. I did some laps before with medium rain. Got a pretty good setup, but that's using wet tyres. So if I've got to do it again now with dry tyres.
To tell you honestly, I'm not looking at racing under the rain, but
okay,
that should be interesting.
Well, Patricio's still pushing it round the corners there. Let's jump on board with Andreas. Andreas is fighting it as well. I think the tyres have gone, haven't they?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I don't think much is going to change now, but...
Hi Malcolm. Yeah, you've nearly missed it, unfortunately, fella. We've had a couple of discussions with Jeremy as well. Jeremy's on the stream as a special guest, just to been quite a good spotter as well, actually. I think I've found a new role for him when he's not racing. Oh, and there goes Andreas. Ow, he kept that. That was quite a spectacular. He proper drifted that then. Let's jump on board with Andrew.
That one.
Yeah, he drifted around the corner quite significantly. It's on the stream now.
Yeah, I tell you, the spotting business, it's because Michel and I watch all the races together, and we talk and we comment also, but everything is in French. So we are used, we jump from where the action is on the track as we go.
Just jumped in there. I've just moved, I've just done a replay. There's been a change up at the front. I'm hoping we're going to see it. There's yellow flags out there. So, are we going to see it? Yeah.
Oh, and Peterson just lost it.
Yeah.
At Eau Rouge.
And Mercer's just took Terry Howard.
Yes, I see that. Okay, so we do have some spectacular
we do. And Mercer's
happening right at the end.
Mercer's now chasing down. Sorry.
That's right. Terry's, yeah.
Well, I was going to say, I think Mercer's chasing down Chris Bourne, but I don't think he's going to. I think they're coming to that markers, actually.
No, it's Terry Howard is chasing Kornov now.
Yeah.
See, it doesn't take much. It doesn't take much.
Oh, the tyre's going to last. There's 2 minutes to go. Can Terry get his place back? He's done really well for so long, and I think he's just gone. I think the first the first bend, he's put too much power down.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty close there.
Yeah.
I think Terry has a good chance of taking that.
Who's gone defensive there, Merce? Look at Merce swaying.
Yeah, not easy.
We've got a back marker to fight with as well.
Leaders on final lap now.
Yeah. Well, we'll jump on board with Chris as he crosses the line, but we're just going to stick with this action a little minute because anything could happen on the braking here. And then if we get through the bus stop, it really could be dicing with death. They're both going wide there because
they go wide.
Yeah, I think if they try and take that tight, they're off.
And now here's the bus stop. Let's see what happens.
I think that's Peter, is it? Is he going to get out of the way?
He does.
Yeah, they've both gone round him. Yeah, Chris got a flying start, Malcolm. He was 2 seconds down the field before we got out of Eau Rouge. So he's just walked off with it, I think. Yeah, I think he's preparing for tomorrow's race. Yeah, I don't think Terry's going to catch him here, is he?
No, it's going to be difficult.
I will say it's been a clean battle, though. You know, so there's been no one putting the shoulders out, and I'm looking at the incidents.
So far, so good.
and the incidents have been quite minor, you know, in the grand scheme of things. Considering it's a difficult car and you've got no traction control. And some of the contact was as a result of cars going off, as opposed to cars hitting each other. We've had a couple of nudges as well, but we've not had two cars smacking each other and going off in different directions, per se. I'm just going to jump on board with Mr. Bourne. It's only right he gets the plaudits in his glorious purple Porsche.
Beautiful race there, Chris.
Very clean, absolutely very clean. Terry Trowbridge just spun again. He's going to have to be careful, Terry. PJ's after him. Spins off again.
Yeah.
There you go, flashing his lights. That's for the cameras. Here's Chris. That's a nice move, that. It's been easy on it for him, really.
There he is. It's flashing already.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a beautiful race from Chris Bourne. Beautiful race. From start to finish.
Yeah. He's not looked out of control with the car at all, and he's obviously kept his tyres because he's not needed to push.
Yeah.
Brilliant race, that, Chris. Congratulations.
Very nice. Yeah. I think Terry's too far behind Ponov, so Ponov is going to take that second place.
His car's looking a little bit worse for wear, though. You see a few marks on his car there. He's obviously grazed a few walls.
Yeah. Yes.
Nice and clean through there, though, finishing it. You know, he's
very good.
He's thought about it. That was a good finish.
Very
nice.
We've
got Terry going over as well. And then
Patricio
is on his way round. His car's looking a little bruised as well.
But it's difficult not to get out of the cup race without any bruises. That's almost impossible.
There's been a bit of
very good. Peterson, 5th.
Yeah. Yeah, just behind him as well. So he caught up a little bit. And Ambro as well, not far behind. Very 6th. Good race for Ambro, that. And then Stathis. All together, aren't they?
Very nice.
And then Trowbridge just coming through the bus stop now. Unfortunate there when he lost the back end just before the bus stop on his couple of laps previous. PJ, who was looking quite feisty early on, and then I think went off a little bit. Bruce Hopkins coming through the bus stop.
Yeah, it was a very entertaining race.
David Blythe, and he's closely being followed by Buckley. You can see both cars have been in the wars there. Flapping bonnet. Still coming around the track. They've still got a bit of way to go yet.
I like David's livery.
That's
very nice.
It's the same as mine on the Porsche, that. I don't know where he got the idea from.
Very nice.
See him over the
and
line.
Mr. Buckley.
Yeah, Mr. Buckley's kept it running as well. He's he was doing well, Buckley. He was moving up the grid, but I don't know if he had an incident or something, but he just seemed to lose quite a bit of time and lose the number of spaces. They're both coming into the bus stop now. Live getting the power down a bit late then. He's waiting for Buckley to pass him, is he?
He's waiting. He's waiting. Yeah.
Oh, Lorem's already in the pits, and so's Sousa. Okay.
Great
Brilliant
race, everyone.
Brilliant race, that. Thanks for those who've watched the stream. Appreciate it. Malcolm, we did have some technical hitches. Obviously, it's the first time I've had somebody else on the stream with me, so yeah, we learned a little bit on this one. But hope you all enjoyed it, and have a good rest of the day, everybody. And I just want to thank you for Jeremy for joining me on the stream. It's been a pleasure, and I hope you enjoyed it.
Thank you very much. Thank you.